Hi everyone, welcome to Swiss Knits, and in this video I'm going to show you how to do the seed stitch. There's a lot of videos out there showing you how to do the seed stitch. It's the same thing, but what I'm going to do is show you the stitch. I'm going to show you how to determine the right side from the wrong side, and also how to count your rows. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that I just did my cast on row. Okay, and you want to cast on an odd number. Why an odd number? Because seed stitch, it's basically you're going to knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl. I want to start with a knit and I want to end with a knit. That's why you want an odd number. If I put an even number, I'm going to start with a knit and end with a purl, and I don't want to do that. So this is it's simple. It's a 2-row repeat. So you knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit, purl. And you're going to do that all the way across. Oops, I just split a stitch. And that's basically it. Knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, right across. And so let me knit across, and then I'm going to go to the other side and show you what to do. So I finished row 1. Now I'm on to row 2. Row 2 is basically doing the opposite of what you see. So the first one here, you're going to see, in the first 2 rows, it'll be easier to see it, okay? But I'll show you how to determine once you get a piece, a longer piece. But we're going to pretend we're on the second row. The first one I see here is a purl. Then I see a knit. Then I see a purl. Then I see a knit. So because I see a purl, I'm going to knit. You're knitting the purls, purling the knits. You're just doing the opposite of what you see. So knit 1, and I'm going to purl. Knit and purl. Knit and purl. And that's it. That's simple. And how you can, like for example, let's say you started this piece and it's a big long piece, and you put down your work to answer the phone or to take your dog for a walk or whatever. So we're going to pretend we just put this down and we came back 2 hours later. Okay, so I'm going to pick it up. Now you're going to see it's a little more difficult to see where you're at because you see these bumps. It looks like it's bumps right across the row because it's very condensed. You have a knit and a purl and a knit and a purl alternating. So what you want to do is you're just going to take a look, and the bump that's lower is a knit. You're going to see it's a knit stitch, so you need to purl that. So the purl bumps are going to be higher than the knit stitch. So I just pick this up and I'm going to just check and say, okay, where am I here? I've got a bump here, I've got a bump here, but if I pull this down, I see that that's a knit and this one's higher. So I know I need to knit that one and purl. And also you may be just going along and then your brain forgot which if you knit or purled the stitch before. Okay, it's happened to me. I'm knitting a, oh, where am I? Hold on a second. Did I just do a purl or did I just do a knit? Whoop, I look at it again. Okay, this one's higher. That's a purl. I'm going to knit it. This one's lower. It's a knit. I'm going to purl it. And that's basically how you can check where you are. Because if you don't check and you say, oh, well, no, I'm talking at the same time and I forgot what I did the one before. I'm just going to continuously check. And the seed stitch, like I said, you're alternating knit and purl, knit and purl. If you're an English knitter, this is going to go a lot slower. If you are a fast knitter, then that's it. You're a fast knitter. It doesn't matter if you're knitting English or continental style. I'm knitting continental style, and it's just, for me, it's faster because all I'm doing is I'm just rocking back and forth, front, back, front, back, front, back. So this is, if you want to learn to knit faster and become a speed knitter, I would suggest you learn the Continental. I learned the English way, and I'm very comfortable knitting English way, but I just find this more efficient and faster. And when my hand starts getting fatigued, once I've done a few hours of knitting and I'm knitting like this and I'm getting fatigued here and here, I just switch to English. Or I put it down and I come back to it the next day. But sometimes I just don't want to stop knitting and my hands are fatigued, so I go to the other style. And that's it. And see, I always finish with a knit. Always. So that's the seed stitch. And look what a beautiful stitch it is. This is great for borders. And it's also great just this as a scarf or a whole blanket. But like I said, I'm doing a blanket. And I'm just doing a series of squares. And each square is going to be a different stitch. And I'm alternating colors. It's going to be really fun. And I can't wait to see what it looks like at the end. So now, let's determine right side from wrong side. Right now I'm on a wrong side. How do I know that? Because the seed stitch, it's the exact same on the right side as it is the wrong side. Okay, so what I'm going to do is look at my edge. And my edge here, that's the wrong side. Why do I know that? Because my cast on edge, it's a lot more finished looking on this side. You can see the little loops there. See the difference? And then the wrong side. You'll see it right away. So right now, this is the right side. Okay, now the next step is how do we count our rows on this beautiful seed stitch? It's not like stockinette where you count the V's because you have bumps and V's. But so this is what I do. I'm going to move in and show you really how this stitch looks. I hope I'm not making anyone nauseous going this close, but you're going to see a series of bumps and well, pearls and stitches. So the bump is the pearl, then the stitch, then the bump, then the knit, then the pearl, then the knit, then the pearl, then the knit. But I don't go 1, 2, 3, 4. I count it like this. I don't count my cast on edge. I'm going to start with the lowest bump, which this is the pearl, and I'm just going to go like this. I'm just counting the pearls. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 30. That's what I'm doing all the way to the top. And when you're counting your rows, again, don't count your cast on edge. Don't count that as a row. And don't count the live stitches that are on top because you didn't finish that row. It's not a row, okay? So you're going to go from the bottom pearl all the way up by going 2, 4, 6, 8 until you end with the pearl here, okay? And that's it. That's how you count your rows. So I hope this was helpful. And if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. This is a new channel. I have only a few videos up. I've been knitting for decades, and I just wanted to share this beautiful craft with you all. And if you give me a thumbs up, it'll help other people find my channel. I am a YouTuber. I have another channel. It's called Jennifer Biedermann Jewelry because I make jewelry too. I wire weave, I bead, and I metalsmith. So if you're interested in that, just go and find Jennifer Biedermann Jewelry and you'll find my other channel. So that's it. I will see you at the next video. And don't forget to subscribe. You'll be notified of new videos once I put them up. Thanks. Bye for now.